weekend when we're celebrating the 10-year anniversary of the 20-game win streak. Terrence Long joins us. You're the first of many guests we're going to have this weekend. So
style, man. He's T-Long style. You look great.
Thanks, man.
Like you can still play. You got the jersey.
Yeah,
you got it all.
I don't know how much I can play. That's for sure.
So how much fun you having seeing everybody?
Oh, it's fun. First guy I walk up on at the hotel was Jeff Tam.
Yeah.
So you know how my day been for the rest of that.
I was listening on the radio in your interview. Who bought lunch?
You know what? We ended up splitting the tab because I think I took too long on the radio.
I was hoping you'd stick it to him. You know, make him pay. But that's all right. So a good time and 10 years, huh? It's hard to believe, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I didn't realize until I got the phone call that it's been that long. But time flies, I guess.
But you've heard about it a lot, talked about it a lot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now you were part. Now Kai, this man's almost became the first ever to be involved in a 20-game win streak and a 20-game losing streak. And it happened right here after Kansas City.
Yes.
You guys beat the A's to avoid losing 20 straight.
Yep.
Wow. Unbelievable. Yeah. And you were almost part of history.
I know it.
Be a part of that. But I'm glad you weren't. You're too good a guy. What was your favorite time about that season, especially the 20 game?
Just, I think just coming out of spring training, where we ended up with the year, and all the doubters coming out of spring because of the guys we lost. I think that was, that was the most special part about that season because nobody, thought we were going to be successful with losing the guys that we lost.
Brantley lines one into right field. So Michael Brantley with a leadoff single. Was there a game outside of the Hatterberg home run that won the 20? But earlier in the streak, and when you look back at some of the scores, you guys blew out a lot of teams. But was there a game that maybe stands out to you in the comeback game outside of the last three, which were all kind of walk-off wins, that kind of thing?
Well, I think it was, as Foss can help me, 18 and 19 when Tejada hit the home run. That one was because that was one of the closer games we played, and that one stands out. Of course, the Hatterberg home run, but that walk-off that Tejada hit was big. That stands out in my mind.
Well, 18, he had a walk-off against Eddie Guardado, and then against Kansas City, they brought 5 infielders in, hit a base hit up the middle. But the one to me that stands out, the game in Detroit, Comerica Park, down 7-2. I think I can't remember who was pitching at the time, but I figured it's over because Tigers were playing well. You guys were down 5, and Xavi gets a 2-run double. John Mabry a 2-run double. You guys won another one. But I mean that to me was the one, the comeback, and I would have to think, in kind of remembering that year, is the point that except for that one game, there wasn't a game that was played. Didn't think you guys were going to win, or not to lose, because it just kept winning.
Oh yeah, when you get on a streak like that, you feel like that you're going to win every game, and I guess that's why we won 20 because we felt that way.
0-1 to Jason Donald, who fouls a straight back. Now, Ray and I talked about that season a couple nights ago. So let's check out T-Long in action.
That sweet swing put one in the third deck at old Yankee Stadium that year also, right? I remember that one. Great arm, great defense, and I think the guys were talking about today on the interview you were doing on radio about, we showed the great hitting, but great defensive play. How much pride did you take in playing defense with throws like that to be able to nail guys?
Oh, I learned that. That'll have to go back to when I first got drafted. And Rich Miller was my outfield instructor. And he really stressed defense to me, moving from first base to the outfield. And since I started playing the outfield, I really worked on my defense because we all know hitting can be a little tough sometimes.
Well, it's interesting you say that, talking to Jeff Francoeur with Kansas City. He more assists than anybody in baseball in the last 5 or 6 years, and he talked about outfield play.
Now, I don't miss it as much, but my first couple of years out, missed October for sure.
Yeah, that's always tough. And the first time out, missing spring training the first time, that's tough. But I think you're always going to be a highlight for a lot of things.
Chris Carter's under.
I'll leave it at that. Ichiro.
Oh yeah.
Going from first to third, and Ichiro nailed you. That was it.
Yeah, my son, they wear me out about that all the time.
Hey, T-Lock, thanks for joining us.
All right,
Have fun tonight. Have fun all weekend.
Great season.
Thanks,